So I gotta share this to Facebook. Facebook. Come on in, guys. It's been a minute. Oh, I could at least did that. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I got 5 on it. Said Odie, I got 5 on it. Hello, guys. Okay, let me see if I'm on Facebook so I can share it to my other page. Boom, 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 boom. Hey guys, come on in. Hey Monica, see you next week. What, June 2nd? When I see you, June 2nd or June 10th? Monica, was you already on YouTube or did you get a notification? Like, I always wonder how that works. I always wondered how that works. Hey Tamika. Monica and Tamika in the house. Guys, come on in. Do me a favor. Ask some questions today. We're going to do a live, we're going to do a Q&A as well. Those help because, you know, a lot of people, they sit in the back and they're scared to ask questions and they really want to get into this industry. June, okay, 12. Okay, they really want to get into the industry, but they're scared to ask questions. So if you guys could ask some questions to help get the people going, that would be amazing. Okay, you got a notification I was going live. Period. Thank you. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. Okay, let me see if I can share this right quick. I'm not going to actually rush this live today, honestly, because I want to see how the algorithm is, if the algorithm is also working in my favor. Hey, Tamika, are you in my course? Are you new here? Let me know something about your girl. Let me know something about your girl. Let me know something about your girl. Let me know something about you. Okay, guys, I'm so excited, right? I don't know if you guys were on my live or not. Maybe 2 months ago, I want to say about 2 months ago, I had said that one of my students, you know, we in the railroad, we at the airlines, and I said next is going to be the Coast Guard, right? So I said next, one of my students is going to do a drug test for the Coast Guard, right? And today, one of my students contacted me. She was on her way to go to the Coast Guard to do a drug test. So that's so exciting, man. This industry is amazing. It is untapped. It's just to see the amount of people that are seeing success in this industry, especially when it comes to my students, right? To see them start not sure of the opportunity, not sure if they're going to make it or not. Some of them not even having the money, you know, to do it. They took advantage of the payment plan option, right? So just not knowing and unsure of how is this going to work for me? Is this going to work, right? And it's working, guys, because it's one of those, you're in a skill where you are putting yourself in position where companies are required to spend money with you. So that is amazing. And I'm just so excited, man. I cannot wait to see the growth, bruh. Does fingerprinting and DNA have to be certified? I'm not sure about fingerprinting. DNA, you need training. But I'm not sure about fingerprinting. But I'm sure, yeah. You need some type of training, but I don't do fingerprinting. So DNA, you need training. I actually offer DNA. Guys, my DNA intensive is June 11th. If you guys want to get into my DNA live DNA intensive, it's going to be live via Zoom. That is June 11th. It's $200. Go to the link tree in my bio so you can register for that. You already know I'm your girl when it comes to DNA, baby, because I'm the only one that created a training for DNA. I'm a real trainer out here, baby. That's what I do. I love to train. So live DNA intensive is on June the 11th. I'm still thinking about the 12th because I know me and you are meeting on the 12th, Monica. But June 11th, guys, live DNA intensive. Get in the room, guys. DNA is a $5.6 billion industry. It's slept on just like specimen collections is, right? A lot of people don't even know that they can start their own business doing this, right? There's people that work for the lab. There's people that work for LabCorp, different, labs, they don't know that they can start their own mobile testing business doing this, right? They don't know they can start their own business doing this. Are you in my course, Tamika? You say you're trying to pass the mock? Trying to pass the mock? Or you studying for the mock? Let me know. So they don't know they can do this. I've had several students that have taken my course that works for the lab. One of my students that took my course, she was working for the lab for 23 years and did not know that she could start her own mobile testing service, independent mobile testing service, doing this until she seen me on social media. So guys, it is untapped. Listen, I'm telling y'all better get with me before I be off the scenes on you, baby. Because I was just out doing some tests, some random tests. It's money out here, guys. It's too much money out here to be made to be struggling. You should have multiple streams of income. You should be DOT, because guys, there's no barriers to entry in this industry. The required spending, DOT and non-DOT drug testing, that's required spending, okay? One of my students, she told me she just did 2 hair follicle tests today. Hair, required spending. Oral, required spending. Alcohol, required spending. Okay? You should have those skills. Skills on top of skills. Okay? Skills on top of skills is what you should have, right? So a lot of people, like a young lady messaged me today, and she was saying how it's kind of discouraging that she takes a lot of different people's training and stuff like that. And, but guys, first of all, we have to understand that I don't know what trainings y'all out there taking. I don't know what industry it in, what category. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I do know that a lot of people offer trainings and stuff like that. And it don't be nothing in the trainings. You know what I'm saying? It don't be nothing in the trainings, right? So, but when it comes to this industry, I understand, right? It happens. There's a lot of jive turkey trainers, out here in this industry. They do things for quick money grabs. I've talked to too many people. I've talked to so many people that have been scammed by someone that's a trainer. You just got the oil flow, period. I thought you got the hair, Monica. Okay. Anyway, so, and they get tricked because I told y'all, scammers out here, baby, they got labs. They got labs, baby, right? So, but understand, guys, a tree is known by the fruit it bears. I have testimonial after testimonial, receipt after receipt, right? My students are winning. My fruit are bearing fruit, right? My fruit, a couple of my fruit have went off to start training, and they're training others now, right? They've got qualified through me to become a trainer. Now they're training others. My fruit bears fruit. You see what I'm saying? So you have to make sure that you're connected with somebody that's real out here. But you got to be willing to do the work. See, they're doing the work. You have to be willing to do the work, right? They're doing the work. But I'm a real trainer out here. You see what I'm saying? My students call me, I pick up the phone. my students message me, contact me, I'm responding. Monica, where you at? How long does it take me to respond when you message me or reach out to me? I'm there. Because my thing is, if you working, we're working. I want to see my students prosper. You see what I'm saying? I'm results driven. You have to be ready to get a bag out here, right? If you ain't playing no games, baby, what's up? What you doing? What we got going on? Where you at? How much you charging? Okay, you need to be charging this. Okay. For those of you, listen, get my book. I'm gonna show y'all. Tamika, you studying for the test. Let me show y'all something. My book is on Amazon. Talk Like You Belong in the Room, the Specimen Collector Edition. Let me move this out the way. Okay. It's the positioning strategy to command $300 to $500 per collection. Guys, you have to understand that it's not hard to get money in this space. You don't have to fight. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to fight for a seat at the table. Like, you don't have to fight and put in applications and beg people to hire you. This is not it. That's not what's going on over here, right? As long as you're qualified, Okay, as long as it's I have it on Kindle and you can get the physical copy. The physical copy is $65. Kindle, I think it may be like $30 or something like that. But I read a couple pages to you guys while we're on here because listen, it's important that you understand who you are in this field. It's important that you understand the language, why you're charging what you're charging, because a lot of people be afraid to charge. They be like, don't be afraid to charge out here. Text you. Okay, she said, I text you after I got scammed and you responded within a few minutes. It took me on. Oh, I didn't know you got scammed, Monica. When did you think you got scammed? Who scammed you, girl? Did you think? Monica, I did not know you got scammed, girl. Okay, chapter 1. Since you're thinking about getting the book, we're going to go chapter 1. Okay, let's stop the small talk right now. You are not just a collector. And if you keep introducing yourself that way, you will continue to get paid like one. Every time you say, I just collect samples, you shrink your authority. You make your role sound simple, replaceable, basic. It is none of those things. You execute federally regulated procedures inside a compliance-based industry. That is not small. That is responsibility. When a company calls you, it's usually because an accident just happened, a supervisor suspects impairment, a return to duty process is underway, a random selection was triggered, a hiring process is pending. That is not casual work. That is compliance pressure. And under compliance pressure, companies are not looking for cheap. They are looking for correct. And I'm sorry for the read it again. And under compliance pressure, companies are not looking for cheap. They're looking for correct. Your role in that moment is not to be friendly and affordable. Your role is to be accurate and professional. You are the first link in a regulated chain. Employer, you, laboratory, MRO, employer. Let me put that. I didn't know you had guys. Without your compliant execution, the laboratory cannot produce a valid result. Let that sit in. The lab processes, you execute. If you mishandle the chain of custody, if you document incorrectly, if you violate protocol, the entire process collapses. So when you walk into a room, understand this. You are not there to collect a sample. You are there to execute a regulated compliance procedure that must withstand scrutiny. This is why language matters. If you introduce yourself like a technician, you will be treated like one. If you introduce yourself like a compliance professional, you will be respected like one. Respect influence pricing. Confidence influence tone. Tone influence how your rates are received. And that is why we are resetting your identity first. You are not a side hustle. You are not just getting started. You are not competing with laboratories. You are a compliance execution professional operating in a federally regulated environment. And when you understand that, you stop shrinking in rooms where you belong. Y'all ready for the next chapter? Let me know if y'all want the next chapter. Let me know. We're going to read it. Next chapter is the compliance chain and how to use it in conversation. Most collectors understand how to collect. Very few understand where they sit in the compliance chain. And if you do not understand the structure, you cannot speak with authority. Let's break it down clearly. Employer, collector, laboratory. This is the book we're reading. This is my book on Amazon. Sound like you belong in the room. Let's break it down clearly. Employer, collector, laboratory, medical review officer, which is the MRO, employer. That is the compliance chain. The employer initiates the test. You execute the regulated collections. You all that in a bag of chips, baby. The laboratory processes a specimen. The MRO reviews the verified results. The results is reported back to the employer. Now, here's what most collectors miss. The process does not begin in the laboratory. It begins with you, Monica. You, Tamika. Hey. If your collection is non-compliant, the lab cannot correct it. The MRO cannot fix it. The employer cannot use it. The test may be invalidated. You initiate the integrity of the entire chain. That is why you are not just collecting. You are preserving the legal defensibility of a compliance process. Now let's talk about how to use this in conversation. When a client asks, what exactly do you do? Do not say, I collect samples and send them to the lab. That sounds transactional. Instead, say, we execute the regulated on-site portion of the compliance process. The laboratory handles analysis, but we ensure the collection is compliant and audit ready before it ever reaches them. Now, you sound different. If someone says, why wouldn't we just send employees to a lab? You respond calmly. The laboratory processes specimens. We execute the regulated collection procedure that protects the integrity of the test before it reaches the lab. Both roles are necessary. Notice the difference? You are not defensive. You are informative. You are explaining structure. And when you explain structure, you sound established. Here's another example. If pricing comes up, they hesitate, you can say, our role is to ensure the collection meets regulatory standards before the laboratory processes it. If the collection is incorrect, the entire test can be invalidated. That level of responsibility is reflected in our rates. You're not justifying, you're educating. Education shifts power. When you understand the compliance chain, you stop sounding like a vendor. You start sounding like part of the system. And companies respect system players. Remember this, laboratories are facilities. You are field execution. Laboratories process, you protect integrity. The chain does not move without you. And when you internalize that, your tone changes automatically. The way you answer questions changes. The way you state your pricing changes. The way you carry yourself changes, because now you understand where you stand. You are not outside the industry trying to get in. You are inside the compliance chain, and the position is what commands money. Y'all want chapter 3? Let me know. Let me know if you want chapter 3, baby. Or go to Amazon, get my book, Talk Like You Belong in the Room. Talk like you belong in the room. Listen, one of my students, she swear by this book, baby. She was like, she swear by this book, baby. Listen, language is everything. Language is everything. How you present yourself is everything, right? This book shows you who you are, why you can't be complained. Let me go over that one. Why you can't be replaced by the laboratory. That is why the laboratories can't replace you, because so many people think that we are in competition, and we are not. Chapter 4, why laboratories can't replace you. I'll go over. Let me give y'all the table, the contents. You are not just a collector, the compliance chain and how to use it in conversation, risk, liability, and audit exposure, why laboratories cannot replace you, words that weaken your authority, the vocabulary of a compliance professional, replacing weak language with command language, the first call, explaining your service correctly, the pricing conversation, the standards you set determines the room you enter. You are not paid for time, structuring $300 to $500 per collection, room energy, the compliance professional standard, you belong in the room. Those are the chapters. So we're going to go to chapter 4 right quick. Chapter 4, because in all thy getting, get an understanding. Okay, let's settle this once and for all. Laboratories cannot replace you, not because they lack ability, but because the structure of the industry permanently separates your roles. This is not accidental. It is intentional. The compliance system is designed with divided responsibilities. Field execution and laboratory analysis are two different functions. The laboratory role is analyze specimens, detect substance, report findings, maintain controlled testing environments. Your role is verify identity, secure chain of custody, monitor specimens integrity, execute protocol, document compliance, maintain neutrality, preserve defensibility. One role processes, the other preserves. One role analyzes, the other initiates. These roles are not interchangeable, and they are not meant to be. Laboratories are facilities. You are field execution. Facilities do not mobilize to construction sites. Facilities do not respond to post-accident calls at 2 a.m. Facilities do not manage on-site random selections across job locations. The system was structured so that collectors handle the field and laboratories handle the science. That separates, protects, that separation protects integrity. Now, here is where positioning matters. When someone says, why wouldn't we just send employees to a lab? You don't argue, you explain structure. The laboratory handles specimen analysis. We execute the regulated collection procedure that ensures the test is compliant before it reaches them. Both roles are necessary within the compliance chain. Notice what happened there. You did not defend, you clarified. Clarity commands authority. Here's another strategy. Here's another strategic reality. Even when employers use brick and mortar labs, those labs still require compliant collections. The execution step never disappears. It either happens in a facility setting or through field professionals like you. The structure of the industry requires execution. It does not eliminate it. That means you are not competing for existence. You are positioning within structure, and structure does not go away. The compliance chain has existed for decades. It will continue as long as safety sensitive industries exist: transportation, construction, energy, manufacturing, healthcare. As long as regulated testing exists, the execution role exists. So stop speaking like you are trying to fit into the industry. You are already inside it. Your responsibility is not to compete with laboratories. Your responsibility is to execute your role at a level that commands premium rates, baby. Charges, what am I saying? Charges will be charged. Stop playing. And when you understand the structure permanently separates your responsibility, you stop shrinking in rooms. You stop discounting, you stop apologizing, you stop saying, I just collect. You speak like someone whose role is built into the system because it is. That's chapter 4. Guys, so another one of my students, right? My students on the road, baby. And I posted it on Facebook. I think it's on Instagram too. Anyway, guys, as an independent contractor, you know you make way more money, right? If you work for a lab, the most they pay, like if you go and work for a lab as an employee, you're getting between $18 to maybe $22 an hour. Okay. One of my students, she's qualified, baby. She's qualified. She has, she is doing some independent contracting work for a company, right? And she's making $60 an hour. $60 an hour right now, today. She probably make about $1,500 today. Today. Because I think let me see what time she started this morning. Let me see what time she started this morning. Let's say. She started at 7 this morning, and she doesn't get done till like 6 because she's going to somewhere else to do some collections from 3 to 6. So she gonna make a bag today. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Start at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 11 hours, guys. 11 hours. That's $660. That's not even counting mileage and stuff like that. So, guys, bro, this industry is so amazing. Okay. So, guys, the great thing about this industry, guys, there's no barriers to entry. There's no background. You don't need any experience is what I'm looking for. No degree, no experience required to do this, guys. Felony friendly, right? It is a self-paced course. Everything is done online. I have had students to complete this course in 7 days, 9 days. Look at it. Don't forget them kingdom laws. Yes. Look, you got the kingdom law, period. Don't forget them kingdom laws. They better stand on them kingdom laws, period. Thank you, Monica. So I have students that complete the course in less than a week, right? 2 weeks, less than 30 days, because they choose to, right? If you don't procrastinate, you can get this done. There's nothing stopping you from getting this done. All you got to do is register. Don't play no games. Study for your course. Book me on the calendar. Okay, on my calendar, book your slot for your mock exam. That's all you have to do. Monica, me and her meeting on the 12th, right? Because she's ready to take her mock exam. Are you doing oral the same day? It's good if you do oral the same day. You can do both of them the same day. Let me know. Let me know. But yeah, so, and then once you get done, guys, it's just all about marketing. Like, companies do not want to send their employees to a lab. They don't. They hate it. They hate it. Okay. That's why ain't no competition out here, ain't no competing, because there's so many people like, why would they deal with me versus a lab? Baby, they don't want to send them to the lab. And everybody got a job. I just told you that. Everybody has a job, right? But they rather wait 3 hours on a collector to come to them versus sending they people to a lab. Okay. Post accidents come in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right? You have randoms that can pop up at any time. Companies are always expanding. That's pre-employment testing, right? So anytime a company expands, a drug test. Anytime there's a post-accident, a drug test. Random, a drug test every quarter. Drug test, return to duty, drug test, reasonable suspicion, drug test, follow up, drug test, okay? Trucking, the railroad, the airlines, the Coast Guard, get it, period. Let me get baby, we in there, but we in all corners, okay? The Coast Guard, law offices, one of my students, look, listen, y'all, I be trying to tell y'all. I be trying to tell y'all. I brag different. I don't even be talking about what I do. I be talking about what my students do. I am a tree that bears fruit. Okay, let's see. This is said. Let's see, where is this? I may have to look at it. Good morning. I mean, extremely good morning. I received word yesterday that my business has been selected as one of the vendors for a major city to do their paternity and substance abuse testing for the next 5 years. For the next 5 years, baby. They don't look on my page, baby. The testimonials are there. The receipts are there. They're there. They're there. They're there. And how come I just found out that one of my students? Okay, good. Yeah, do both of them at the same time if you can. I just found out one of my students got a trailer with a toilet on it, like the toilet inside. He carried his mobile for his mobile testing. I didn't even know. He referred another lady to me. She was like, "Hey, I got your number from Glenn." She was like, "It's so funny. I was saying that I wanted to, start a mobile testing business, and this man come pulling this trailer on his truck." And I was like, "I was just telling my husband that I wanted to do that or whatever." And he was like, "Well, here go the lady that I went through. Here go her name. Here go information." I'm like, "Who?" He ain't told me nothing. That's the thing, man. I have so many students out here that's working. I don't even know I don't even know. I don't know. But I do know that this is an industry that if you work, it's going to work. You see what I'm saying? If you put yourself out there, you can't help but to get a bag. You can't help but to be successful if you put in the work, because you ain't got to fight nobody over here. You ain't got to fight nobody in this industry. It was a young lady that left a comment on one of my posts, and she was saying that she went to school for something. I forgot what she went to school for. Whatever she went to school for, she had been trying to get a job with LabCorp. And she says, they're not calling me. Because she's like, are they really hiring? Because I went to school for this. And I've been trying to get a job and get hired, but I guess I'm not their pick. They're not calling me back. And I let her know, I said, that's a problem. Like, you're trying to be an employee. You should be a boss, right? They don't really want to hire employees, guys. Employees are a liability. They want to be able to make money without the risk. They want partners, right? So they partner with us because we help them make money and save money at the same time. When we do the collections, right? We do the collections only, like we just read in my book, right? Everybody got a job. We do the collections. The laboratory, they do the analysis, right? They do the analysis, right? So because when we do the collection and we ship the specimen to the, I need to call Lisa too at the lab. I hope she be leaving early too. I need to call her. Anyway, let me write that down right quick. Golly. So I can't get her that. I need to call her tomorrow. I need to put it in my phone so it can go out. Okay, so we ship for them to do the analysis, right? They charge us for that analysis. Hello? They could be 8, 10, 12, 20, 25, 26, whatever it may be. They charge you for that. Each lab is different. You see what I'm saying? So we help them make money and save money at the same time. And it's better than now. They close at 5 o'clock. They not open on weekends. They not open on holidays. They not getting none of that post-accident money. So if they got 30,000 partners and they getting just $12 a piece, no. If they're making $1,800 per month per partner, 30,000 partners, that's $54 million a month. You see what I'm saying? These people ain't crazy. These people are not crazy. They're very smart, right? So guys, this is one of those things where there's no reason for anyone to struggle when it's this type of money that can be made online. You get a qualification, you get some training, and you start your own business through entrepreneurship, independent contracting, right? There's plenty of ways to get a bag out here. You see what I'm saying? You just have to be willing to invest in yourself. And that's what people don't want to do. They don't want to invest in themselves. And that's why you see your account the way you see your account. That's why you be hide and scared every time the bills come due, baby, because you're not making no investments. Money sitting still is money dying. Money moving is money multiplying, baby. You got to invest in yourself. You got to be willing to put in the work, right? You done went to school, you done got your degree, now they don't want to pay you nothing, right? You giving your whole life to your job. You and your husband and children grew apart because you're always working. Ain't got no time to be at home. And then when you are home, you got to think about, oh, how I'm gonna pay this bill? How I'm gonna pay that bill? Come on, bro, come on. When is enough enough? When is enough enough? And you sitting back watching us win every day. Like you sit back, like, oh wait, I see him, but oh Lord, I'm scared. Like, bro, you don't come up out of there. If you don't come up out of that, you better. Hello. If you don't come up out of that, you better. Anyway, any questions, guys? Any questions, guys? Listen. Oh, also, if you're new here, comment below. If you're new here, comment below. Also, everybody on YouTube, period, YouTube. Wait a minute, let me see over here on Instagram right quick. Oh, I didn't even go live on Instagram. I was supposed to be live on Instagram. It's too late now. I didn't even push live on Instagram. Anyway, any questions? Where are you watching me from? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? And a lot of times people be trying to, they want, oh, that's too expensive, baby. Do you know that's the type of money that we making out here? It should be more, because I know I'm gonna go over my training some more. It's I know I've been. It was 300 when I first came out. Now it's 600. But y'all can catch my Memorial Day sale. My Memorial Day sale is still on. Where is it? My Memorial Day special. You can catch it. It ends this week. Where is it? Where's my Memorial Day special? There it is. You could use a discount code BLESS at checkout. But yeah, it definitely should be more, guys, because it's a bag out here to be made. And she said he told her, listen, I can't make all the money. You can't make all the money. Here you go. That's all. Like, baby, there's no gatekeeping out here. There is, because the issue out here, guys, there's millions of businesses, but a limited amount of collectors. Period. Listen, this industry could never be oversaturated. Ever. It's not. It can never be oversaturated. It can't. The only thing oversaturated out here is them degrees. That's the only thing oversaturated. People fighting for a job. Application. Oh, Lord. Oh, they hired over here. I ain't going to tell nobody until I get hired first. I can't tell nobody that these people hiring. They starting off at $27 an hour. I can't tell them I'm hiring. They hiring. Let me see if I can get on first. You can't tell nobody. Baby, I'm telling everybody, hello. Hello. Did you know that you would get qualified as a specimen collector? Start your own business. I'm telling everybody. I'm telling everybody. Y'all stop playing. Anyway, any questions, guys? I'll be back later. I usually come around 6 o'clock. Well, that usually be the time that I would try to come on. But I haven't been live in a minute. So I wanted to come live. And see what y'all was doing. and see what y'all was doing. But next time I'm going to make sure that I hit Instagram. Because I was not live on Instagram. I'm so sorry, Instagram. Y'all don't know watch it. My bad. Hey, Tony. Hey, St. Francis. We late, y'all. I forgot to put y'all on here. But anyway, guys, yes. So for those of you that are just tuning in, I am Coach Portia. I help individuals get qualified as specimen collectors to start their own mobile testing businesses. Okay. I have students that have went off. I have maybe about 14 students that I know of now, maybe 14 plus. I got so many that have went off to start their own brick and mortar locations. The rest of them are doing mobile testing. That's the great thing about this industry. What is this? Really? Okay, hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Okay, Instagram. I have students that have went off to start their own mobile testing businesses as well. Let me see how I'm gonna do this right quick. Let me see. No. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Period. I wonder what let me do that. I might have to do the standstill. Let's see. Okay, Instagram. I see what y'all doing. I see what y'all doing over here. Period, poo. Okay. It says add a link. Okay. Okay, Instagram. I see what y'all doing. They try to compete with TikTok. Can y'all see the link right there? You can click the link right there to take you to my website. Anyway, so, and I see a lag right here, so I'm gonna come back over here so I can see myself good over here. Instagram, there's a little lag. So, the great thing about this industry, guys, you do not need a brick and mortar location. You can do this as mobile. Mobile testers are winning. I'm telling you right now. Do not rush and get a building because you really don't need a building. You really don't. You see what I'm saying? You don't. Mobile testers are winning. Companies want you to come to them. And then when they come to you, TikTok playing with me, girl. I can go live over there, but can't nobody see my profile. Like when I went live the other day, somebody was able to see, well, not the other day, maybe about 2 weeks ago, I think. Somebody was able to see me, but you can't see none of my pictures. You can't see my profile. You can't see my videos. You can't see nothing. They just let me add a link to my profile. So I'm going to go over there and test it out again and see, but girl, I got time about it. They get on my nerve. They get on my nerve, baby. They get on my nerve. They don't want me to preach the good word out here to the people. They don't want me to preach the good word out here to the people, girl. They don't. So I wonder if they have this option over here too. They don't let you add. Oh, it is. It is. My link is on Facebook. Oh, okay. So y'all can see it there. Okay. So for Instagram, since y'all came in late, okay. So mobile testers are winning. You don't have to get a brick and mortar. You don't need that overhead right now. You don't need it. You don't need it. Okay. Be mobile. As a mobile collector, they're gonna pay you for your base, which is $125. You're getting paid for mileage. That could be $50 to $100, $600. One of my students traveled somewhere that was like 2 hours away, $600. She charged them $600 for mileage. Okay, and mileage fees. Okay. So you getting paid for mileage, emergency fees. They got to pay you for that. For mobile collection, they got to pay for that, setting up all of that. You see what I'm saying? So all that adds up. Be mobile. Be mobile. Be mobile. Be mobile. Now, my students that have brick and mortars, they're doing amazing. They're doing brick and mortar because they do DOT, non-DOT. They do DNA. They do hair. They do oral and phlebotomy. You see what I'm saying? So they needed that office space, especially for phlebotomy. And I know some of them are doing fingerprinting too. And then some of my students that have brick and mortars, they have went off to do their instructors as well. So they may use some of their space to do, live trainings and stuff. So, but mobile collectors are winning. Okay. It's not a hard industry to get into. If you click the link tree in my bio Instagram, where y'all at? If you click the link tree you click this link right here, it'll take you to my website. And once you get to my website, you can download my free guide on how to start a mobile testing business. Okay, guys, my Memorial Day special is still up. Okay, sale is still going. If you use the discount code BLESS right now this week, you'll get 50% off. So instead of $600, you'll pay $300. Okay, this is only for the Specimen Collector course. This is not for the trainer. Okay, the trainer is still full price, which is $1,300 and $1,500. $1,500 if you want the bundle, and I think the trainer by itself is $1,100, but you have to be already qualified. That's neither here nor there. The Specimen Collector course is 50% off if you use the discount code BLESS at checkout. So instead of $600, it's $300. Okay, that is that. Let me see. Oh, let's look at some testimonials, because I keep telling y'all I am a tree that bears. Okay, let's look at an invoice right quick, or a pay receipt. Can y'all see this pay receipt? Can y'all see that good? Can y'all see that good? Let me see if y'all can see that good over here on Instagram. Let me see what that looks like. Let me see what that looks like. Okay, y'all can see it. Okay, so breath and alcohol test, 200. Okay, she did a 5-panel drug test that was $125. On-site coordination and documentation fee, $50. She charged them a weekend fee of $25. Could have been more. Shot bladder fee, $50. 30-minute late fee, $50. That's how much she charged them. So her total was $500 for this particular collection. Okay. I ain't even got all of them on here. I need to add some more on here. Here's another one. Okay. Here's another one. So she did a non-DLT rapid, which is $125. She did an alcohol test, $65. She charged them $100 for miles, $100 emergency fee, and $25 admin fee. Guys, the admin fee you always charge an admin fee, okay? Because that admin fee is going to cover your fee for the lab, okay? Because the lab is going to charge you to do that analysis, right? So they're going to charge you a fee. So that admin fee will all be on there. It may be between $25 to $50. I've seen some people charge $50. Okay, I charge right at about $35. It really just depends on how I feel that day. It can be $25, it can be $50. Depends on how much their invoice is already. Okay, so price of $410 is what my student made on this particular collection. Any questions? Any questions? We got a question over here. You got me on your TV and your iPad and your phone. I appreciate it, Monica. I appreciate that. Okay. Anyway, guys, October, and I need to post a flyer, but October, a day in October, which I'll post a flyer. Wait a minute, June, July. Yeah. A day in October, I will be in the Dallas surrounding areas. I will be there for a live in-person training in Dallas. Okay, Dallas. A day in October. So I'll make sure I post a flyer for you guys. So yeah, if you guys want to come in person, go ahead. Well, when I post it, you'll be able to go ahead and book your spots. Spots will be limited. Okay, but guys, that is it for today. I'll be back around 6 p.m. No. What today is? Wednesday? Let me see. No, I won't be back at 6. Or will I? I'm going to see if I'll be back on 6 or not. Guys, click the link tree in my bio. On Wednesdays, I will be doing live Zooms. I will be doing live Zooms, workshops. Just giving you guys information on the drug testing business, how to get in, things like covering all the basics and answering questions on Wednesday. So if you click the link tree in my bio, you'll see that. That starts on Wednesdays. It's going to be on Wednesdays. Okay. On Wednesdays. Okay. So it's going to be next Wednesday, because I have not been promoting it and letting others know. It's just been in my bio. But next Wednesday and every Wednesday after that, we will be live on Zoom every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Okay, Central Standard Time, Wednesdays. But guys, you also know that my phone number is in the link tree in my bio. So if you go to the link tree in my bio, if you have questions, you can call me. You can call me if you have any questions, okay? And I'll be happy to answer those questions for you guys. But guys, I do not do any convincing. I don't be like, what if I don't make no money? I don't do all that. Babe, you got to know that you tired of being in the struggle. You ready to make some of this money out here because it's out here. And baby, this is cheaper than any college you can go to. Bet. Okay. Anyway, that's it. I will talk to you guys later. Have an amazing day in the zoo. Thank you, Monica. Talk to you soon. Boop, boop, boop.